Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video, and hopefully all of you have Astralon already and have used him, or if you're still doing and there's no problem still doing the Spiders tournament, because if you get 2,700 points you can get a Epic Tome. Now, for me, I'm not really pushing to get anything up to here. It's quite a bit of resources that have gone into getting Astralon, and I think I might just skip this event in favor of just building the champions and the legendaries that I've gotten. But if you have to do this event to get your final Bullsmith, then feel free and do it there. But Spiders is one of the most difficult places to get to 20, to finish level 20 on. I haven't even finished mine. I've passed 19, and 20 is eluding me right now. The main thing for me is I'm working towards getting the Deck Star, the Bazaar Champion, Legendary Champion, who is an HP burn base whenever you hit him. So that way I can make him the spider tank on 20, and every time the spiders hit him, he will essentially just burn them up there. So what I'm doing to prepare right now is kind of working on stage 16, which is a pretty easy stage for the level that I'm at right now. And we'll go decently fast there. You don't want to, unless you're doing 20 pretty consistently, you don't really want to be running 20 if you can't do it 100%, because then you're just wasting energy. And we don't like to waste energy as players who are either low spenders or free to play. There on that end. Even whales don't like to waste energy, so hopefully we did, if you all remember, we pulled Bad L not too long ago. There a couple of days we fully ascended him and leveled him out, got him a decent amount of gear. So let's take a look at his gear. So we've got perception gear on him there, so that's a set. We've got a speed set on him as well. Reason for this perception gear is accuracy and speed for only having 2 artifacts, which is fantastic. And then this one has a speed kicker on it, so that's a ton of speed being added along with the accuracy, and can't forget HP. You always need sustain. So speed being the most important attribute in the game, followed by accuracy, and then either you can do crit damage there, and then you need your sustain, so your defense and or your HP. So helmet, and he's not even fully, these things aren't even fully 16 yet, so still a little room to build. Obviously, if we can get this to 16, since it's a legendary, but it's only a 5, hopefully we can get another speed boost on that, so that would be great on that, and make him even faster than he is right now. So we got the speed kickers here, speed boots with accuracy and resistance. I did try to build a lot of resistance into his kit here. Just he's going to be the spider tank, and so it just makes sense if he can resist 1 or 2 poisons here and there. It helps quite a bit with the run, so he doesn't die, and makes you more consistent and more of 100% than anything else. Obviously built out his crit rate so that he got as high as possible there before his skill kicks in, which is his aura, increases ally crit rate in all battles by 25%. So I only needed to get him to 75, which is where he is. Actually, he's way over 75. Actually, he's 91. So I could rebalance him a little bit to get a little bit more crit damage, but he's nearly at 50,000 or 49,000 HP. He's got 1900 attack, 2000 defense, 222 speed, 91 crit rate, which is way over 100 with his aura, 95 critical damage. I'll definitely have to work on getting a piece of gear that can kind of swap, put a little bit less into here and a little bit more into here. And then his resistance 213, accuracy 192 for when he's dropping his poisons. So hopefully that will allow him to resist a decent amount of the poisons that are going to be put on him. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this a shot. Now, one thing I've noticed since I've gotten Bad Al, a lot of this content has become quite a bit easier because his A1 there, when he uses it, is the ability to heal your whole team by 20% of the damage that you do, which is just ridiculous. A1 healing ability is always a good thing. If you find a champion that has that, and not many champions do, definitely look and see if he or she will work in any comp that you have, whether it's Dungeons, Doom Tower, even Arena, if they're fast enough, of course, there on that end. Now, you can see in this particular comp, you've got 2 nukers, you got your debuffer and Madame Ceres. You also have, there's a bunch of poisons being laid, so I've got Ethos in a poison toxic suit there, and then Bad Al obviously does his AoE poisons. Then you have Miscreated Monster, I should say, as the kind of sustain. He's putting up massive shields when he does his AoE damage there, and that allows pretty much everyone to stay alive. Now, Bad Al's been doing a pretty good job because he also has a cleanse when he does his, I believe it's his A2. When he lays his poisons, he's cleansing. So that's a good thing there as well. Now, I've never really bothered to make this a speed run there. It does require, the kits of all of these guys to be quite substantial and the artifacts to be pretty crazy. So I might go that way as I get to the end game, but for right now, it's okay to have a 4 or 5 minute run on that end, and then just set it and forget it for the night there if you do want to make sure that, well, there came the big hit there. But yeah, you do want to, well, at least for me, I want to set it and forget it overnight, and then come back to a 100% consistency rate of taking down the spider, or whatever content you happen to be running at the time there. Now, I do want to see if Bad Al is resisting. I know most times that I've run this, he's resisting a decent amount of the poisons. Not all of them, but a decent amount of them. So let's see if he's going to resist any on this run here. So it looks like he resisted. So that's good. So he resisted half of the people who hit him there. So he resisted some more. So he's never really in danger. I'm finding out that resistance can almost go in that sustain part of my acronym SACS there. So speed, accuracy, crit damage, or critical, whether it's critical critical rate or critical damage there, and then sustain, which is your health and your defensive stats. I almost think that resistance can go in there, because if you're resisting a lot of these different things, so poisons, HP burns, your stuns, anything that can debuff you essentially, then you can pretty much stop a lot of what the ads and bosses will be doing to you, which is why most of the bosses have cannot be resisted in their kit. But not all their skills are not able to be resisted. So they do have parts of, every boss has parts of their kit where they can be resisted. So looks like he's resisting more than half now there of these guys. So that was pretty awesome. So it was a really good choice to go with plus 200 resistance. Now, I've run 20 with the same team, Spider 20, since it is a spirit affinity, and Banal seems to not resist as much. So I'm going to have to do some research on what level of resistance I need there, or what level of accuracy these spiders have at level 20. I'm assuming they have something close to 200, so I would assume that if I can get my resistance to 220 or even 230, I think the way to do that would be through getting the Great Hall Masteries rather than gear there. If I can get that jacked up a little bit, then I should be able to resist pretty much all of the shots that the ads give me at level 20 spider. So, and that would make it a lot easier, make it very similar to this, where he's just tanking, he's healing, Miscreant Monster puts massive shields on, and then Ethos and Royal Guard just go to work there on that end. Now, one thing I did want to try to do, and this is going to be a little further down the line once my Astralon is built out there, is I do want to try to get Astralon in to stun all these guys while they go to work there. Plus, if he's able to kill something in his, if he kills something in his kit there, he can revive an ally. So that's pretty neat kit that he has there on that end. So he might be good for spiders. I'm not really sure. I am going to have to test him out there, but it is kind of something interesting that I've been thinking about as I've been reading his kit there. So the spider's almost dead here. So spider's dead, and good riddance there. This is an immediate sell. I pretty much decided there that anything under 5 is an immediate in the bin. 5s I'm being really picky about, or level 5 gear, because I mostly want to see 6s there go into my bin. I really don't have time to be wasting money there on that end. So that's something that's really important to me here, and I am looking forward to just kind of completing as much of this event as possible. Like if I can run this all night and kind of get to 2700, I'm okay with that. There, get an epic book, because epic books are pretty hard to come by nowadays. Actually, rare books even more so on that end. I know it used to be the other way around. So I'm always hunting for that stuff, so never a bad thing to get some more epic books, because there's always more epic champions to kit out there. Like I'd love to try. I've got an Armina think that's her name there. I believe she's a barbarian. She was in the last event with Iron Brago. So I've got her, and she pretty much stuns quite a bit there as people lose turn meter. She gains turn meter as stuns are put on. So Miscreant Monster can stun like when he does his AoE attack for his shield. So she would constantly be gaining turn meter, and I think putting her in a stun set would even help even more. So I have a feeling that she could be really strong for Spider there, but I don't know if she could be strong anywhere else on that end. So that would be something that would be kind of a side project for me. One other person though you did see, if you haven't seen it, go watch the video there for my shard pulls. I did pull 2 legendaries there with 3 sacred shards, which was pretty awesome. I'm super happy about that. Cillian the Lucky there, and Queen Ava. Now Queen Ava I really believe will be good for this particular level here in Spider, so Spider 20. She does have something in her kit where if she kills adds on her, I believe it's her A3, it resets all of her abilities, so she can just go through it again. So I'm kind of thinking to get her in like a straight damage build with some high accuracy to give her a chance to at least kill one ad to recycle all her abilities. So I do find that possibility kind of exciting to see her, and she's a legendary, so I don't mind kitting her out because I know she'll help me in other places, especially there in the faction war that she's in. I'm trying to remember what she is, maybe a dark elf or something like that there, but definitely someone I'm going to be kitting out. Currently kind of got her to 50. I got to get her to 60 soon enough, and then get her masteries all set there. So this one is, they've gotten sleep on them. That could break the run, but it shouldn't, but that could break the run there. But luckily, Bad L's A1 is a heal, so shouldn't have too much of an issue there on that end. And this run should soon be coming to an end on that side of things. So, I mean, this has kind of been fun. Like, I do like spiders there. I like the strategy that has to go into it there. Unlike in some other content in the game, this one here is very strategy based. You have to have specific heroes who do specific things there. So either they're healing there, and this is one reason I want Queen Ava for level 20, is Queen Ava in our A1 has a 100% heal reduction there. So I believe I could put her in the spot for Ethos. There, she hits the spider, he can't heal, and then everybody else goes to work setting up roll guard for his slams, and then it won't be as long as this because she won't be able to heal on that end. So should be an interesting battle. I do look forward to running that video and showing you all how that thought process goes there, but I will have to make sure that she has incredibly high accuracy. So her accuracy is probably going to have to be in the 220 to 250 range is my thought process on that, at least over 200, but really good to have it be very consistent there and make sure the spider can't heal itself. But yeah, as you can see here, we are almost done. Let's get this finished. It's either going to be Ethos or Royal Guard that puts this guy down. We shall see which one of them it is. And just in case you were wondering, their Ethos is the one controlling the spiders here. So even though every once in a while we get some stuns and whatnot, Ethos is the one clearing the waves as they come down. Because he's got 2 AoEs, one is a 3-hitter AoE on his A2, and one is a total nuke there, and I'm talking ×6 amount of damage on his A3. And he is fully booked out, so he hits like a Mack truck. Alright, so Bannerlords, HP, Amulet, there's accuracy, defense. Now if that was percentage base, I might think of keeping it, but I'm not. Spiders is also a good place to get a lot of coin, so do make sure you run it regardless if there's an event or not, because you can't go wrong. Well, that does it for us today. Please like, subscribe there, and if you have any comments on who I could potentially put into this group to finish Spiders 20, I would greatly appreciate any comments that you have. That way I can get thinking on how to best beat stage 20. Hopefully we'll be seeing another video when Queen Ava is fully maxed out and rearing and ready to go. Just so you guys know, that stage was run with Bad L with only 2 masteries set up. So that is one thing I do find impressive about him, is I literally only have 2, which is his crit rate and crit damage masteries in the attack tree, and he's doing hella good there. So do like, subscribe, and we will see you again later. Be safe.